Yeah, no, we did need that. That's an understatement. No, it was good to play a game like that. We haven't. And to win it especially, you know. I mean, Chris didn't have his best stuff, and he just kept battling like he always does. And the bullpen piece of it, we got a couple of really big hits. Good to have Murph back. So, you know, it was a nice little shot in the arm overall, I think, for us, the way we've been struggling. And, you know, but like I said before, we got to make it happen, and we did.
What can you say about what Murphy did? First plate appearance, second pitch he saw, 3-run home run off Wheeler.
Yeah.
And then RBI single too.
And then, yeah, and some really good at-bats. You know, I mean, he fouled some balls off. Just the whole at-bats, his posture, everything was really good. And, you know, it's just, you know, it's good to get a veteran guy back.
And a guy like Riley, you know, he's been trying to get that big hit. What can one hit like this do for him?
Well, it can be huge, you know. I mean, and you kind of hope that something like that does kind of relax him a little bit, and that's, you know, when you hit it right where he lives. I mean, that's kind of his power alley right there. It's like when he's going good, that's where he hits the ball, and you know, hopefully that's a sign of good things to come for him, because that's obviously one of the bigger at bats we've had all year, and I'm glad he's the one who got it.
You guys had a little small ball late in the game, was that?
Yeah, no. Well, it's, you know what, I like seeing that and being able to execute it, and you know, because you just, it's something good. You know what, that's, you know, hopefully a thing is we're growing to get better.
What about that game that Kelenic had?
Yeah,
Quietly.
that's some really good at bats. That catch in ninth inning was, you know, he's an outstanding outfielder, but I really like his at bats. A lot of the takes were really good. You know, he went chasing. Really a nice game for him against a tough pitcher.
I know you mentioned the bullpen in passing, but had to cover half the game there and didn't give a run of that Philliies lineup.
No, I mean, Delo was really good. I mean, that was big right there to come in, and then, you know, all of them, they kind of picked each other up, and it was good to see. You know, they'd all had a bunch of, you know, they're working 5 days off, and you just never know if they're going to be rusty or anything like that for not being out there and the blood pumping. And but they were all just nails, and kind of picked each other up. It was good.
I know it's a short wall out there on the field, but have you ever seen a catch like that, Yozuna?
Yeah, probably. I mean, he kind of did. He did a nice job of. I mean, especially not being an outfielder. That's even more impressive. That he scaled the wall and kind of literally brought it back. Yeah, I kind of looked at that and I thought, oh God, here we go. You know, yeah, we catch a break.
Speaking of your bullpen, where will Rafael Montero fit in?
You know, in it. You know, the reports were good. I think it's why Alex acquired him. You know, I just remember the guy in the World Series and you know, following the Astros, and you know, he was a big part of that bullpen for a while, and kind of, they said he's been throwing the ball really well, and he's got experience. There's no situations, I know. It's just about getting him back going and being himself, I think. So, kind of, you know, we kind of get a little excited when you got a guy like that. So hopefully we can help him to get back to, you know, what he was before.
When you look at Sale, do you think it's just finding that right arm slot again, or
Yeah,
whatever?
I think, you know, it's. I think the more he gets out there, the better he'll be, and you know, that was tonight. You know, he didn't have it tonight, but you know, the other day in Los Angeles, we score 5 or 6 runs. He comes out of that game with a lead, and probably a win, and he's been throwing really good tonight. You know, you could tell, you know, that he was grinding, and I don't see anything wrong other than, you know, maybe he had a bad day, but. Because early in the game, like second inning or first inning, whatever, you saw some velocity, and then, you know, I think it's just one of those days with him. But shoot, it's, you know, he could sit around here and be 1-1 right now, real easy too.
How does seeing Daysville Hernandez have so much success in the 8th inning role, knowing the guys who I got that in a couple years ago aren't here?
Well, I mean, that was really good to see today. I mean, it was, you know, when he came in with a lead like that, and you know, because we haven't had that yet. You know, we haven't had many leads. You know, so that was a good barometer right there of what he's capable of.